My child, I see you. I see those quiet moments when you think you are completely alone, when the weight of the world feels like it's resting only on your shoulders. I was there with you this morning. I saw you in the kitchen, holding a cup of coffee you had forgotten to drink, staring out the window but not truly seeing the morning unfolding. Your body was there, but your spirit was somewhere else, a place heavy with unspoken burdens and shadowed by a persistent darkness. You may not have known it, but I was there in that heavy silence, sitting with you, feeling the depth of your struggle. I need you to listen closely, because what I am about to tell you is not a coincidence. The fact that you are reading this right now is a divine appointment. Something inside you, a quiet whisper in your soul, made you pause. It is the same presence that stood with you in your kitchen, the same one that walks beside you in your most challenging moments. It is my presence, and I have been waiting for the noise of your life to quiet down just enough for you to hear my voice. My dear Killed, and yes, you are my child, whether you feel worthy of that title or not. There is a fierce battle being fought over your life. This is not a battle you can see with your eyes or fight with your hands. It is a spiritual battle, and its effects are what leave you feeling drained for no apparent reason. It is what makes the simplest tasks feel monumental. It is the source of the insidious lies that creep into your thoughts, whispering that you are not enough, that you are failing, that you will never overcome this. You know exactly what I am talking about, don't you? You have felt it. The fog of confusion that descends upon your mind, making it hard to think clearly. The sudden surge of fear that grips your chest without any warning. The profound exhaustion that settles deep in your bones, even after a full night's sleep. The restless energy that keeps you staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m., feeling the immense pressure of everything all at once. My child, these are not just random feelings. This is not just stress or a bad week. These are the signs of a spiritual attack that has been unfolding in your life, disguised as ordinary struggle. But what you have been facing is anything but ordinary. If you feel a stirring in your spirit as you read these words, if a part of you is recognizing this truth, I want you to acknowledge it in your heart. There is immense power when you stop pretending that everything is fine and start admitting the truth of where you are. Admitting, yes, this is my reality, is the first step toward allowing me to change it. Let me share with you what I see. I see the moments you think no one else does. Just a few weeks ago, I watched a woman sit in her car in a grocery store parking lot for almost an hour. She had a list and a cart waiting, a family at home needing food, but she could not bring herself to get out of the car. The thought of walking through those automatic doors felt as challenging as climbing a mountain. She sat there, gripping the steering wheel, trying to regulate her breathing, wondering why life had become so overwhelming. What she didn't realize, and what you may not realize, is that I was sitting right there beside her. I saw the invisible weight that had been placed upon her shoulders. I saw the spiritual chains the enemy had been meticulously wrapping around her mind, convincing her she was just tired, just stressed, just not trying hard enough. She eventually drove home empty-handed and cried silently in her driveway before putting on her brave fissa, the mask that says, "I'm finna," and walking inside. No one knew the war she had just fought and lost in that parking lot, but I knew. And I need you to know that I see your parking lot moments too. I see you taking deep, shaky breaths in the bathroom stall at work, just to find the strength to return to your desk. I see you lingering in your car after you've pulled into the driveway, gathering the energy to face another evening. I see you lying awake in the darkness, wondering how much longer you can keep this up. In every moment you felt isolated, in every tear you shed in secret, every time you closed the door and let the mask fall, I was there. You have been under attack, my child. The reason it has felt so crushing is because the enemy knows something about you that you may have forgotten. He knows the incredible person you are destined to become. He knows the powerful calling on your life. He sees the brilliant light within you, and he has been working tirelessly to extinguish it before you ever realize its true power. But this is what the enemy did not anticipate. He did not anticipate this moment, this divine interruption, where my truth breaks through his lies and reaches the deepest part of you that has been crying out for help. Stay with me, because what I am about to share will change everything. Resist the urge to turn away. Fight the restlessness rising within you, because the enemy is desperate to keep you from hearing what comes next. The first thing you must understand is this: you are not behind in life. I know that feeling has been haunting you. You look around and see others moving forward, getting married, buying homes, succeeding in their careers. Will you feel stuck, running in place? You wake up some mornings filled with a sense of dread, wondering what is fundamentally wrong with you. Why can't I get it together, you ask? Why does everyone else seem to have it all figured out? Listen to my voice and let it sink into your spirit. You are not behind. You are being prepared. Last year, I sat with a man who had just been laid off for the second time in 2 years. He sat in a coffee shop, head in his hands, completely unaware of my presence beside him. He whispered, "God, what is wrong with me? Why can't I succeed?" My heart ached for him because he could not see the bigger picture. He could not see that both of those jobs were detours that would have led him far away from his true purpose. He could not see the doors I had closed to protect him from paths that would have ultimately left him empty and broken. I was using the struggle to forge a strength and character in him that an easy life could never produce. Months later, he found a new path, one that aligned perfectly with his gifts, and he finally understood. He saw that the closed doors were not punishments. They were my protection. My child, the delays in your life are not denials from me. The opportunities that fell through were not rejections. They were redirections. That relationship that ended so painfully, I removed it because it would have damaged your soul in ways you cannot imagine. That dream job that vanished, I closed that door because it would have consumed you and pulled you away from your true calling. You thought you were losing, but I was rescuing you. You thought you were falling behind, but I was carefully rearranging the pieces of your life to align with the magnificent purpose I placed within you before you were even born. The second truth I need you to embrace is this: your pain has not been wasted. I know there are times when you look back on your life and all you can see are the scars, the broken pieces, the wounds that never seem to fully heal. The enemy loves to use these moments to whisper that your pain makes you damaged goods, that your struggles are a sign of weakness, and that your tears are evidence of your failure. That is his greatest lie, and I am here today to replace it with my truth. Every tear you have cried has watered the soil from which your future blessings will grow. Every difficult night you have endured has taught you a resilience you never knew you possessed. Every moment you felt utterly alone has taught you how to find me in the stillness. Your wounds are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you have survived. They are testaments to your strength. The moments in your life that felt like they were breaking you were actually the moments that were breaking you free. Free from limitations you placed on yourself. Free from relationships that were holding you back. Free from mindsets that were keeping you small. The pain you endured carved out space in your heart for a deeper compassion, a greater empathy, and a profound wisdom that can only be born from suffering. You are not broken beyond repair. You have been broken open to receive more of my love, more of my strength, and more of my purpose for your life. The enemy wants you to see your scars and feel shame. But when I look at your scars, I see immense courage. I see a warrior who kept walking even when the path was shrouded in darkness. The third and most crucial thing you need to know is this: the enemy has been lying to you about your worth. This lie is his most powerful weapon. Just last week, I watched a young woman stand in front of her mirror. The look in her eyes as she saw her own reflection was one of utter contempt. I listened as she mentally listed every flaw, every mistake, every reason she believed she was unworthy of love and happiness. And all the while, the enemy stood behind her, affirming every negative thought. Not good enough, too broken, unlovable. But I was standing there too, and my heart burned with a holy anger because she was looking at herself through the enemy's distorted lens. I wanted to shout so she could hear. That is not who you are. That is not what I see. My beloved child, I need you to hear this now deep in your soul. You are not defined by your worst days. You are not measured by your biggest failures. Your worth is not the sum of your flaws. When I look at you, I do not see what the enemy shows you in the mirror. I see my own precious creation, made in my image. I see someone I love with a love so fierce and unconditional that I would move heaven and earth for you. I see someone whose name is carved into the palms of my hands, whose every tear I cherish. The enemy has worked relentlessly to convince you that you must earn my love, that you have to perform perfectly to gain my acceptance, that you must fix yourself before you can approach me. That has never been true. My love for you is constant. It does not fluctuate based on your performance. My commitment to you does not waver when you stumble. Right now, in this very moment, there is a sacred space between what I have declared over you in the spiritual realm and what you can see in your physical reality. This space is what I call the gap. This is where most people give up and lose their breakthrough. In the gap, nothing looks different. The problems are still there. The circumstances feel unchanged, and the enemy's voice gets louder saying, "See, nothing happened. You were foolish to hope." But I need you to trust me in the gap. The gap is not a sign that nothing is happening. It is the sacred space where everything is happening in the unseen realm. The healing has been released. The provision has been dispatched. The doors have been unlocked. Your job in the gap is not to figure it out or force it to happen. Your job is simply to hold on, to keep believing, and to choose to trust my voice over the noise of your circumstances. In the coming days, I am going to give you signs, confirmations that what I am telling you is real. Watch for them. First, you will encounter a specific word in a song, a book, or a conversation that speaks directly to your heart with such precision it could only be from me. Second, a door you thought was sealed shut will begin to crack open. It may be small, but it will be a clear sign of movement. Third, a profound and unexplainable peace will wash over you in a moment of chaos, giving you a strength that is not your own. These are my whispers to you, reminding you that I am with you and I am at work. Before you go, let me speak a blessing over you. I bless your mind with clarity and command all confusion to leave. I bless your heart with healing and wholeness. I bless your spirit with renewed strength and courage. I bless your life with provision and abundance, breaking every chain of lack. I bless your relationships with restoration and your body with health. I bless your future with hope and purpose. This is your turning point. The struggle you have endured is ending and your breakthrough is beginning. The enemy sought to keep you in a place of darkness and defeat, but I am leading you into the light and into victory. You are not stuck. You are not alone. You are moving forward into everything I have prepared for you. Go from this moment different, not in your own strength, but in mine. Go knowing that you are deeply loved, completely seen, and fiercely protected. Go knowing that your breakthrough is not a distant hope, it is a present reality. This is my promise to you, and I always keep my promises.